Jim, everyone. Lately, I spoke with a lot of people and I realized that not many people can understand the potential of money management and how much you can earn. So, this is the reason why I'm making this video. I actually made a spreadsheet where you can kind of see and compare some stuff. So, let's say, for example, if you can make 20% return on a yearly level, with 2% management fees, which is kind of the basic structure that almost any fund is charging, and 20% performance fees. Obviously, since you're in crypto, you're in Web3, sometimes you can go with even higher numbers than this. I just wanted to give you like a short perspective on how much you can earn. Let's say if you look at assets under management, if you are managing $1,000, which means that you're making 20% profits or $200, your management fee on that with 2% management fees is like $20, performance fee is $40, which means that in a yearly level you will be taking $60. So these are pretty much the numbers that you would be taking from different amounts of assets under management. But let's say if you're managing 100K, you would be taking like 6K a year or like $500 per month. So this is just if you're making 20% profit. If you look, the difference is quite huge, right? If you're making, for example, 50% profit instead of 20%, which is insanely conventional, and if, let's say, just BTC price goes up and you don't even diversify that much, you would be still getting, let's say, 50%, which means that in your pocket you would have 12K, right? If we look, let's say, if the price of BTC, let's say you buy the BTC price goes 2x, that means pretty much on 100K you would earn 22K in a year. So as you can see, this just shows how much your revenue can grow as you're increasing the amount of assets that you're managing. Also, since you're in crypto, you're in Web3, the things, as I said, are way more dynamic. So often you can kind of charge even higher maybe management fees. So let's say if you set management fees to 6% a year or like 0.5% a month, if you're managing 100K with 20%, you're already at 10,000, right? If you are at 50% return and 6% management fees, you're making 16,000 a year. And in this case where the asset value doubles at the end of the year, you're taking $22,000 in profits. And imagine, right, if you are earning for your clients, this will grow even further year to year, right? So the assets under management will grow, which means that your part will grow alongside with that. I just wanted to give you a quick TLDR on this because I realized that many people don't understand that like this has huge potential, right? Because if your portfolio and your assets under management are performing well, obviously you will have more and more people kind of deploying capital to your fund because they're happy with performance, which kind of creates the spiral of earnings for you, where even if you're leaning towards more conventional asset allocation, your earnings would consistently grow as the assets under management grows. Anyway, if you have any questions regarding this, regarding different numbers, this is just a basic example of how traditional fund management works, but I think it provides a lot of clarity and understanding how this is like a huge potential. At FBYT, we are doing this fully on chain, so you can kind of swap assets pretty much at any time. So there is no like times when the market is open. Market is open anytime. You can buy different asset classes on our platform. And for example, if you go, for example, to manage and you open, for example, your vault, you can see vault P&L at any moment. You can see how many assets there are. This is just example portfolio. This is why it's kind of small, and you can see all the details regarding each of the vaults. So I think there is huge potential for this, and I think like for anyone that is interested in trading, into fund management, you should kind of look and deep dive into this. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below this video or ask any additional questions on Discord or Telegram. Thank you for staying until the end. Bye bye.